If coveting is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to Boise, Idaho, and Albertson Stadium, home of the Boise State Broncos. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Broncos will put total leather to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. From the gun, give on the inside. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. You think about the long list of great UCLA running backs. You know what people forget? Jackie Robinson was a UCLA running back.
And Jackie also started safety for UCLA. He started both ways. Just think about how good of an athlete you have to be to do that. But the tradition, the uniforms, the Rose Bowl, everything about UCLA just smells good.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and look for room. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. He'll try the toss to the left. Plows through the defense. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. To the ground, he's got it again. He has the first and still on his feet. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Throwing on the run. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect. They keep the drive going.
The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Gore. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Offense set on first down. He wants to throw it. Right down the middle. Complete to the left. And he's dragged down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Broncos can really attack on this second and short. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
To the ground with the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give on the inside. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. The Broncos will try to punch it in on first and goal. They want to run this quarterback. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Snap to the back. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. It's complete to the left. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Makes the grab. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big third down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Powers through the defender. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
The Bruins are marching down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The pull and throw off the RPO. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UCLA!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And he added the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Tate. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Wants to go up top on first down. Punts it out of the air. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
When you play zone coverage, and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And the Broncos come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
The Broncos back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll give it to the back. Breaks the tackle. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Bruins! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Mayo. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. They're working that left side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd and long. The snap sets up to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
Forced out of the pocket. Unloads to the wideout. He caught it. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, UCLA!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Texas looks like a bunch of world beaters right now, marching all over that field like Bevo in the pregame. They're up by 28 over Oregon State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The give to the back. There he goes! They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
He makes a catch.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Bringing the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Throws to the tight end. Got it in the middle, it's Gore. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. And the Broncos started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
That is exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He wants to start this drive with a pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Intercepting, the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back.
And I think there's a difference between aggressiveness and recklessness. You're backed up, man. You're going to take shots right now, force the ball into coverage. The defense makes the pick. And how about this? In scoring position, very little time on the clock. Got a chance to put some points on the board before you go into the half.
Wants to pass. Touchdown, Broncos! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, I don't know if there was a lot of question with respect to who that ball was going to be going to. This quarterback knows who his best playmaker is, and on the final play of the first half, he was looking him up. It wasn't going to be easy, but they were able to execute, get on the same page, score the touchdown, and they've got the lead.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Bruins will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Mayo. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Broncos can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. At the 45 on his way. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
And the Broncos have their offense in high gear. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
They'll go to the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quick release on the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Fires to the big fella. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets rid of it. Got his man on the right. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Slide 22. Slide 22.
Motion from the wide receiver. On the move. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Broncos want to pick up the tempo. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Boise State.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wide receiver going in motion. A designed run for the quarterback. Touchdown Broncos! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Kansas State has just had no answer to the ferocious tail kicking they're taking today. And if you thought this coach was colorful before, wait till his postgame. They're trailing by 14 to Nebraska. If anything changes in this pivotal Pac-12 matchup, guys, you know we're here to bring it to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Power football with the run. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Trying to beat the D deep. Brings it down on the right side. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down. And they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Makes the grab. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And that's good enough for a 1st.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air on 1st down. Here's a heat. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bruins. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. He'll bring it out. It's Mayo. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Got him downfield. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chain. And how about this tight end finding that soft spot after the play action froze him?
It's tough to do sometimes for these tight ends to kind of find zone defense and find the areas they need to work and make sure that they've got that communication with the QB. But these two right now are on the same page.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll try to get the edge on the left. Makes it past the marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Broncos pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Broncos in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll try the run. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
The Broncos kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Back has it. Touchdown, Boise State! They move on top here in the fourth.
What a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He wants a big play here late. Picked off! What a play by this defense! He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You can tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David, you know, on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe in the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
They'll send the back in motion. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on third down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
Third and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that will extend their lead even further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Steps away to find some room. And he'll just get rid of that one.
In this moment of the game, late, you need your quarterback to be playing his best football. This is when you need him to be the most accurate and to make the best decisions, and he has not yet completed a throw here in the fourth quarter. That is bad news for this offense.
Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
The blue turf rumbling on this third down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the D. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. The Bruins will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking for a deep man. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
This defense right now is pinning their ears back with a huge lead in the 4th quarter. You're seeing that coming off the edge. They're not even respecting run because they don't have to. They know that this opponent is going to throw the football. They're taking wider splits. They're getting up the field. They're using their speed, and that time tracking the quarterback down for a big sack.
What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
UCLA.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Under fire. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete.